Oh no. Element of surprise! Alright, welcome back, Looney Goons. So I gotta introduce you something that's a little new. This is, yes, it's a Texas Mickey, but this is the oopsie jar. So every time I encounter a terminal, what's the term? Terminal crash, terminal failure, terminal incident, whatever, the red bar of death. I put a Looney into the Mickey. Why, you ask? Simple. This is my savings account, or my piggy bank, if you will, for a real-life rally car. So now that we've introduced you to this, it's gonna live right there. Now, I'm actually very excited for what we're doing today. If you guys have been playing the monthly AI challenge for this month, you will see that it is all-wheel drive Group B. So I thought I would make a video of one of my favorite historic cars on one of my favorite stages, and that is Las Cuantas Reverse, whatever you want to call that.
Camino a La Puerta.
Wet in the RS200. As far as Group B cars go, say that 10 times fast. This one didn't really get too much action, but in my opinion, it's one of the coolest looking there is. Like, where the intakes are, the fact that it's a mid rear engine, whatever you want to call it, and the way the suspension is set up is also hella cool. Not to mention, this thing makes 450 horsepower. That's insane. It's also like just over 1,000 kilos, so like this thing is a little rocket. And not to mention, it's also a 5-speed manual, which means H pattern, and it's only got 5 gears, which is hella Gucci. So this is what we're gonna run with today. We're just gonna have some fun with it. I'm trying to do mostly 3 runs these days, but for this, we're gonna do 5 runs because I really enjoy driving it. This is one of the most challenging stages there is, and yeah. So as per usual, we're gonna go with softs. And tuning is always fun. So this is going to be particularly interesting. We know that it's going to be extra slippery and there's going to be minimal traction. We also know that we have 4-wheel drive, so that's going to be quite nice. Turbo lag is real with this particular machine. So as far as alignment goes, honestly, I want to mess with this as little as possible. That being said, I do know I want this to be a little more towards the rear. Just a little bit though. With this particular car, I believe there wasn't a handbrake at the time it was being raced, and I don't have a handbrake now. So part of my tactics with going about this is going to be turning hard, like braking hard and turning early to get it sideways, and then gassing it through the corners. And I want to have it bias more towards the rear wheels as far as power goes, because it'll help bring the back end around, kind of like a rear wheel drive car. And then by having less power on the front, it more or less just stabilizes the front wheels. That's my thought process. I don't know if it's a good one or not, but we're gonna give it a shot. We're just gonna lock everything because this is gonna be immensely slippery. And gearing, I don't care so much about. Damping is gonna be peculiar with this, mainly because there's a lot of technical bits. I'm not so worried about that. It's those few really fast stretches that are super bumpy. So as far as front goes, the fast bump, we're gonna put it pretty soft at -3. And I want this, let's see, I want it to be stable. So what do we need? Where is it? Fast bump, 1, 2, 3. Slow rebound, again, closer to firm. And bump zone division. Let me think about this. What's the lowest we can go? Oh, interesting. Also interesting. This is middle. We're gonna bias it just a little bit on the slow side. And then as far as springs go, 2, 1, 2. We'll start with that. I know that's a lot, but I want to mess with this as little as possible. And I have been driving this car for the monthly event, and there's 3 events total, right? Argentina was one of those, so I'm already sort of warmed up, and I know that those settings are kind of what you need here. So we'll run with that and see what happens. I'm not even going to look at the leaderboard. I frankly don't care. And before we do start, we are going to do a recce lap. Where is it? I don't care for the engine for this one. And that's it. Speech, yes. Surfaces, nah. It's pretty consistent everywhere. And game settings, we want, yes, manual H pattern. I don't want ABS for this. Here we go. So because we're taking this nice and slow, we're gonna have Phil call it as we're in the corner. Now, if need be, I do have this particular button bound to the handbrake, which is what triggers the start. And if I do decide to hit the handbrake, you can see it in two spots, really. I have the actual in-game speedometer turned on, so you can see the handbrake symbol, but you can also see the rear wheels are locked up as well. And we like to stall. Beautiful. Yeah, so we can see there's a little bit of camber in the road here. So staying to the middle inside is going to be preferable. We're just going to be careful about the rocks and people, that's all. Sticking outside and then cutting in on that little crest, okay. Yeah, spots like this is why we mess with the dampers and whatnot, because that's going to be brutal. Okay, so with those extra long ones where they tighten, it's almost preferable to like be sideways, stay outside, and then kind of like what we did in real life with Adrian coaching us, once you see through the gate, that's when you gas it. Because we don't know how long these turns are most of the time. It's like you have to wait until you can see through it in order to gas it at the right time, because otherwise you're just going to screw yourself. And then the other part of this, because all the road here is cambered, you have to have like near perfect racing line almost every time. See, right here it's actually not bad at all. Let's see, where's the next spot? Right here. So being outside, like starting outside, hitting the apex, or even hitting a late apex so you can gas it as soon as possible and as straight as possible. That's especially important in this particular area because it's so super technical. But the camber is what's going to catch you. And the other part is braking way earlier than you think you need. And I'm giving myself 5 runs, including this. Yeah, so right there, you can see the little crest that we just saw. It's going to be kind of like what we did in Poland, or Finland rather, where you stick to the inside and you like drift to the outside. This spot always sketches me out. Just people make me nervous. Yeah, so here, our race line would look like staying to the outside. We'd be sideways by here. And because we can see through the gate, as we experienced in training, this would be where we stall. No, this would be where we gas it. So this particular car is lightning quick, and on this particular stage, we're probably not touching 5th gear much, if at all. Like, we're not taking the car to anywhere close to its max speed today. So as a result, we want to get to the top speed as soon as possible, which is why gassing it like as soon as possible through those turns is important. And we want to stay there for as long as possible. And we want to brake as late as possible. And with these Group B cars, you have to drive the living piss out of them. See, like right here, I'd be braking super early and like turning the wheel, like the lift turn brake thing, to get it sideways. Yeah, your driving style has to adjust to best suit every kind of machine you get into. But these Group B cars, like if you're not driving them as hard as possible, you're not driving them properly. So braking late and braking hard, the hard is the especially important part. That's what we're gonna have to do to be quick through here, and controlled for that matter. And it's this section. This is like one of the major sections that I adjusted the dampers for. You can already see how bumpy it is, and even just getting a bit more speed, like, I might have to make them even more soft. Ooh, that's bad. That's bad. Not even speeding in a wreck. Oh, sinful. And so for a section like this, where we come out of a turn, we're going to be on the right side of the road-ish, and we're going to go in as straight a line as possible to the left here, where we're then going to turn and brake very hard to get the car sideways again, to cut around here, because look at the camber. We want that to pull us to the inside of the turn because momentum is going to swing us to the inside, right? Same thing here. Like, that's partially why this stage is one of my favorites, because like if you don't have a good racing line, you're going to get like, just the stage on its own is going to punish you. And with this particular car, like, because it's a rear engine and you have to get it sideways like sooner than later, like you have to be sideways with this thing, and you have to be super aggressive as well. That's like the only way to drive this. There will be moments on this stage to push, and there will be moments to back off and just maybe, you know, embrace the understeer and full traction. I think that hairpin is going to be one of those spots. Yeah, I'm gonna adjust the dampers even more, to be honest. Turbo lag is real with this one. If we come to a stop, or even just go really slow, and I floor it, yeah. You get nothing, 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 and then it just goes to 100 real quick. Before we do anything, because we're going to be sending it on this next run, we are going... all of this is fine. This is not earlier. Here we go. I really want to hear the surfaces. Yes. As we said, we are going to adjust this. Soft, soft. Yeah, we'll try that. Can we launch from second?
2, 1, go. 30, 3 left
Yes.
arm, into cut 4 left,
Oh.
into 5 right,
Oh!
36 on, tightens 4,
Ah!
100 yard bumps,
Ah! Darn it, people, why you gotta stand there? Alright, moment of truth.
open slow 30, 1 right tightens,
Oh, wow, there is
50,
zero grip.
unseen 2 left tightens, T,
Oh,
left narrow,
over some. Jesus.
into 4 right, 50,
How did that happen? Wait, isn't the radiator behind me?
well done,
Ew, alright. This is probably going to be the last time I tune it. I want to get used to how the car handles instead of getting the car to suit my style, if that makes sense. Like, I want to be adaptable. However, we're having fun today, right? It's in the corners that we're having the most problems, so I'm going to give me a whole lot more camber. So we're not going to be able to accelerate as well. However, we are going to be having a whole lot more control in the corners. And seeing as there's a lot of camber, I don't know if this is going to work with me or not, but there's one way to find out. I like where the torque bias is, that's fine. I don't mind that. I really don't think there's much more to do with this. With the springs, we're gonna firm this up just a little bit. Oh yeah, little note on this. This is one of the few cars where the anti-roll bar on the front and rear are actually in the same units. If you look on most other cars, the rear anti-roll bar is way looser in comparison, usually. But here, you can get 6 Newton meters and 6 Newton meters. Like, it's the same scale, if that makes sense. That's seldom in this game. Now, as a wise friend of mine named Maurice once said,
Brings out the monster in you.
drive like a monster.
Yeah, nailed it.
1, go, 30, small cut of a crest,
Oh no.
unseen, open left,
Ooh. Blown.
1, go, 30, 3,
God damn. Ah.
50, right, 4 left, don't
Oh.
cut, into unseen,
Too large of a
right
cut,
guard,
apparently.
4 right, 50, well done,
You know, I'm embarrassed to say, but I always forget how different it is from dry to wet. Like, this is an entirely different ball game when doing this dry, you know? Everything's much slower, everything's much greasier and slipperier, and not for the best. Now, I would like to point something out. Before you guys start commenting like, oh, I'm not heel towing properly, you're right, I'm not. I'm doing that deliberately. I'm trying to do what's called shift locking. Wyatt over at Team O'Neill made a fantastic video about how that works. I strongly encourage you to go and watch it, because it's actually quite insightful. Basically, what happens is if you're in, let's say you're driving, you're in second, and you're trying to enter a corner, and you see me doing this quite often. If you're braking with your right foot and you're in an H pattern, you can shift down and just engage it, and it's gonna temporarily basically lock up the wheels. It's like extra braking. Let's say you're driving along in second and you want to like you're about to enter a corner and you want to slow down. You can brake as you turn, but if you downshift without rev matching, yes, it's harder on the transmission and the clutch and all like the drivetrain components. However, it's going to cause your wheels to temporarily lock up. And basically what it does for you is it provides like a little bit of extra braking force, and the engine's also helping you out slow down, which is super useful, especially because it doesn't last very long. It lasts like maybe half a second before the wheels come back up to speed, and everything's like all synced up again, if that makes sense. It's just an extra tool in the toolbox that comes in a lot of handy sometimes. And in a loose surface, that's like the only time you'd want to use it, really. You wouldn't want to shift lock on asphalt if you don't have to. Maybe if it's raining and super slippery, but even then, like, be nice to your car, give it a little throttle blip, you know? Yeah. All right, let's give this another go.
Don't cut 6
Oh,
right into 1
too
left
much
long.
too soon.
Tightens open hairpin right. Don't cut
Disgusting!
6 long.
Oh no. Nice.
100 over bumps.
Magic button. Nah. Ah,
All cut
come on.
to stop.
Oh no.
Well done.
Just for funsies, this is my last run. I'm gonna do something a little bit unconventional. We're gonna save this and we're actually gonna try it out. But just for funsies, we're gonna try this out on a dry surface. I started off this video with saying I just wanna have fun. So I'm just gonna do my last run on dry because that's a whole lot more enjoyable. And the tuning was also something I just kind of did on the fly. And I'm curious to see how it compares on dry. God run. Cheers.
1.
Yeah, disgusting. Alright, so that was horrible. We are gonna do one last real run. This time, we're gonna make it clean. Yeah. Alright, 735. If we can beat that, I'll be happy.
5, 4,
How sad.
3, 2, 1, go. 30, 3 left long, into 5 right, opens over crest, 30 over bumps, 4 right long, opens over crest, and bumps, into 4 left, into don't cut hairpin right, into 5 left, 30 over bumps, don't cut 6 right, into 1 left long. Keep right into don't cut 4 left, into 5 right, 30, 3 left, 6 right, 30 over bumps, slow 5 left, into unseen hairpin right, into 1 left,
Oh boy.
30 over bumps, 4 left long over crest, 30,
Oh no. Oh, very bad.
open hairpin left, into 5 right long, tightens open hairpin right, don't cut long, 30, unseen hairpin left, opens, into 1 right, opens,
Ah, nuts.
into 2 right, 30, 2 right long, tightens turn 1 left, into 2 right long, tightens 1, into 1 left, extra long, opens and tightens, into 5 right long, into 2 left, small cut,
Come on.
30, 4 right, don't cut,
Oh,
into 2
jeez.
left long, tightens, 50, keep left over crest, into 5 right, don't cut, 30, 5 right long, tightens 1, into 2 left long, opens, into 6 left over crest, 30, unseen 1 right long, tightens, 50, keep left, into 4 right, don't cut, into 4 left, extra long, tightens 2, tightens, 30, 3 left long, 70 over bumps, keep left, into 3 right, tightens, 30, 5 left long, tightens, into 5
Where is
right
it? There.
long, 30, 6 left, 50 over bumps and jumps, slow 2 right tightens, open 6 long, tightens 4, into 6 left, 50, caution, keep right into 1 left, tightens narrow, 3 right, don't cut, 30, 5 right, into 6 left over bump, 30,
Oh no.
4 right long tightens, 60, unseen, 3 left, into 3 right long, open small cut of a crest, into unseen 6 long, 100 over bumps, 6 right, into 6 left, 70 over bad bumps, 5 left over bump, open slow, 30, 1 right tightens, 50, unseen 2 left tightens, opens, 30, 3 right narrow, 30, 2 right tightens, don't cut, 50 over bump, 2 left tightens,
Oh no! I can still beat my time.
into 6 right, 40, 1 left narrow, into 5 right over bump, into 6 left over crest, into unseen 1 right, opens 30, caution, keep left, into 6 right, narrow, 6 left, 30, 4 left, slow 30, unseen, hairpin left, 50, 6 right over bumps, into 6 left, 30, unseen, open hairpin right, into 1 left long,
Oh no.
30, 5 right long, into 5 left, and don't cut, 6 right, 30, bump, crest, 3 right long, open 6, into unseen, 1 left tightens,
Come on.
into 4 right, 4 left narrow, 30, unseen, open hairpin left, into unseen, open hairpin right,
No.
into turn 4 left, into unseen, open hairpin left, into hairpin right,
Oh god, no. This is supposed to be my favorite section. I'm doing horribly. Come on.
into 1 left,
There we go.
right, opens 30, 3 right, 4 left, don't cut, into unseen, 1 right long, opens 6,
Why does that feel so bad?
40, 1 left, into 3 right, into 6 left, 30,
Come on.
4 right, into narrow hairpin left, into 4 right, 50, 6 right, opens 70 over bump, 5 right, 50,
Oh, this is so stressful.
2 left,
Okay, we're almost there. Come on.
opens over crest, 30, 5 right long, over bump, tightens over
Ew.
crest, finish,
Ah.
well done.
No.
Is that a puncher on the left rear?
Shut up. I can't shift up. Yeah, beat my time. As far as discipline goes, I got my work cut out for me. That was testing. I may not have totaled the car, but all the combined oopsies that I had, that's the sound of shame. Well, thank you for tuning in, everybody. Stay loony, you're groovy. I'll see you soon, my goons. Stay tuned.